Good morning, this is Stephen McHugh for Unique Dyslexic Eye. I'm doing this blog or vlog from my allotment here in Glenrothes, where it's a bit, you can see, it's a wee bit chilly, frosty. But I've been brave and I've kept my hat off. I guess my dyslexia work at the university is still going fine. It's going to start slowing down a wee bit now because we're coming up to Easter and examinations. Actually, we are in Easter and examinations, so students will be busy preparing themselves for that. I'm a lot more happier with their progress than I was a couple of weeks ago. Um, I think my focus on well-being and mental health, as well as study support, has to some extent been proven to be the right way to go. In my view, if you have a stressed out dyslexic student, you're not going to get the best out of them and they're not going to get the best out of themselves. So that seems to have worked quite well. I've got a lot of positive feedback from all of them as it happens, which again I'm really pleased with. Things have gone a lot better than I thought they were going to go at the beginning of the year. I thought it was going to be a bit of a nightmare, but it's proven to be exactly the opposite, which is fab. It means, I have some income coming in, and that income may last me when the work stops altogether. But I plan to do other stuff once the work stops. I've got to try and raise some more funds for the podcast and the broadcast. I thought I'd do something with regards to that. I think it's a bit of a goer as an idea. While I'm on the subject of the podcast and broadcasts, I'm always on the lookout for anybody, any creative dyslexic or neurodiverse individual, or disabled even, who is a singer-songwriter, plays guitar, plays piano, writes music, writes a song, who would be willing to share it with my listeners and viewers. That would be good. I've had 4 or 5 artists. I'm going to call them artists because they are very artistic, and they've all performed well on the shows. It's easy to do. All you got to do is send me an MP3 or a WAV or whatever via the email or whatever, or you just contact me and we can work it out how to get one of your songs to be a little bit of a biography with it, so that for my listeners and viewers, and I will sparkle it up a bit with my Adobe software and get it on air for my listeners. That would be fab. Also, if you are an individual who has something to say about being dyslexic, their experiences, anything that's been positive, anything that's been negative, that they think they would want to share with my listeners. I've got a couple of people at the moment doing articles for me, which is fab, and I'd just like a few more. I'm trying to make this a show about you. This is your show, not mine. I may have founded it, but it's your show. So yeah, just send me stuff. Contact me at Steve, STEVE _McHugh, MCCUE @hotmail.com. You can also catch me on my Unique Dyslexic Eye Facebook. Just put in the search term. It's pretty unique, so you should be able to find it. Or Dyslexic Eye Twitter I'm on, which is good. I'm also on Instagram, but I'm buggered if I can remember what it's called. As I say, the podcast and the broadcast, we're on Podbean. We've got some on YouTube. We've got some on Apple. We've got some on Google. We've got podcasts and broadcasts all over the shop, all over the place. All you got to do is put in Unique Dyslexic Eye and Steve McHugh, or Steve Unique Dyslexic McHugh, and you'll find some of my stuff. On the website front, I had a person who'd been kind enough to volunteer their time to try and rebuild or try and put together a unique dyslexic website. I already have one, but it's very expensive. As much as I'd love to keep it, I think it's £200 a month and £200 a year, which at the moment with my income is too much. So yeah, that would be good if that works out. I'm hoping it will. Also, I've got my dyslexiapathways.com site as well, that's kind of like the academic website. Unique Dyslexic is the creative. So we're trying to do the academic and the creative. I think that makes us, again, we're a social enterprise. Dyslexia Pathways kick. That makes us pretty unique. We also have a social model of dyslexia focus, which talks about dyslexia in terms of diversity and difference. We believe that our model of this social enterprise and social model of dyslexia, it provides dyslexic neurodiverse people with an inclusive, positive model to challenge the dyslexia disability model. Dyslexia disability talks about disability, deficits, disorder and discrepancy, the 3D model that I love so much, whereas the social model of dyslexia talks about diversity and difference. Medical model says it's the dyslexics that's the problem. Social model says it's our dyslexia friendly, unfriendly education system and society which causes us the most problem, puts the most barriers in front of us. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look around the allotment because I'm very pleased with the way things have been going. Let's see if you can see. I think if you remember last time I said I was going to put a couple of paths in, which I've done. There's one there, there's one down the bottom there. I've dug all this up and I put a row of potatoes in. I'm hoping to get another 4 or 5 rows in here. I was going to dig another row, but it's been frosty today, so it kind of put me off. So I focused on doing the other path. I put the one down the bottom in a couple of days ago, and I put that one there today, just this morning. Challenging myself again, challenging my heart, challenging my physical, not need knackered old nose-bagged body. Finally, if you would like to sort of help us out in any way, Unique Dyslexic Eye, that would be fab. Volunteer some of your time. Volunteer maybe to share my blogs, my podcasts and my videos along your social media. That would be fab. Because it would mean we would get to a bigger audience. Remember, this is your show, not my show. I may host it, but this is a show for you, done by dyslexic me and other people. Everybody on the show is dyslexic or neurodiverse, and I'm really pleased with the way things are going with it. I've started up a Patreon account. Now, a Patreon account is a way that you could donate funds to the show. It would only be for the show. I'd like to buy some better equipment. The last Kickstarter enabled me to buy the microphone, enabled me to rent the software for a year, enabled me to do a lot, but it would be nice to try and raise a few more quid. I was looking at a particular kind of mixing desk that would make the show a bit more professional, make doing the job of recording, scripting, editing, all of which I'm doing at the moment in my spare time. It would make that job, or those jobs, easier to do. Okay, so I'm going to say peace, love, half my heart, because that's all I've got left. Peace, love and grooviness to everybody. Stay safe, stay well. Thanks very much for taking the time to watch this video. Bye.